So this is the Free Fighting with Tai Chi workshop and video. And by free fighting, really what we're talking about is the fighting method. People mistakenly think a lot of times that the applications in the fighting are the same thing. I would use an application in fighting, but the application is not the fighting, or the way that you would defend yourself fully with it, with the art. There is a method, and in that method will use whatever applications it needs, but then the method itself is more in the quality and the way that the art's used. And the best example for this that I like to use is boxing. If you learn how to do a straight punch and a hook and a jab and a cross, you've learned and an uppercut, 5 different main punches. But if that's all you did and you trained that for 60 days, and we had somebody that we trained for a week in how to box, the person who learned how to box could go in against the person that's been training those punches for 2 months and almost certainly work them over, because the person who's throwing the techniques wouldn't have any idea of how to box. All they would know is how to throw the punches, the techniques. Right? And so in Tai Chi, what you see is, if I took a move like this one, there's the applications of that position and that movement itself, but then there's things like the overall movement, or from one movement to another, the kind and quality of movement, the flow of the movement, the way that the whole art works, and then being able to convert that into a method, so that, because obviously you won't have somebody who comes at attacking you and you go, hold on a minute, and you don't start doing the form. And even though you might use a specific technique as they come in, it's not like you go, okay, I'm going to use rise and fall no matter what they do, and then they dive at your legs. Right? Wrong technique. And even if you were up here only and thinking about doing a move or two and they dove at your legs, by the time you would make the mental changeover to adjust to the fact that they dove at your legs, okay, I got to use a different move. Which move am I going to use for the legs? That's too long. It's too late. But if you have the overall method of the art and this fighting method that we're talking about, then ideally you've got a method right away that no matter where they come to on you, that you're starting to move there. And there's, in terms of the moves with the applications to the fighting method, in the longer term, ideally there's an integration so that it's all happening together. And so that whatever application you need, that's what's coming out, but it's not that you didn't think application and then method. You use the method and the applications sort of creep and get infused into that.